Hello and welcome to our Let's Play, the invite-only Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas, starring me, Quentin.
Myself, Nick.
Oh, are we introducing ourselves? Hey, I'm
Yes,
Charles. Yeah, I'm good.
and this is pre-recorded, so I'm showing Nick and Charles what I did. I skipped the opening cutscene. Now we're just gonna load into the main game here.
You know, one thing I
So,
always loved about Fallout is how they had really fun loading screens. I never
oh
actually
yeah, I
got
love,
bored of them.
yeah.
I
So the
never paid
idea
much
behind
attention.
this The idea behind this for me was to recreate Charles. I didn't name him properly. You'll see what I just named it in a second. It's boring, but my goal is to recreate Charles in the best
You're
aspect
awake.
possible and try to think
How
about what
about that?
decisions he would have made. So you can tell me if I made the wrong
You're
decision.
awake.
And Nick is here
Okay.
because he's really good at Fallout New Vegas, so he can
Whoa,
tell me what
easy
mistakes
there,
I made
easy.
in general.
You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you
Because
just
And
Nick,
I
I think
apologize
you beat
for the
get your
quality.
bearings?
you beat the
I
entire
don't have
game
the
on
best computer.
hardcore, on the highest
How about
difficulty,
your
doing
name?
every quest, right?
Can you
Yeah.
tell
And
me
that's what
your
I'm
name?
playing on. I'm playing on very hard hardcore.
With Project Nevada, mind you. Invite only.
OMT.
You know, honestly,
Is there
You
just
can't
a...
say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Go ahead.
Now it seems like
Doc
there's an
Mitchell.
audio delay, but that's
Welcome to
Fallout
Guns
New
N'
Vegas.
Now, I hope
Okay.
you
This
don't
is what it was
mind,
like for me
but
when I
I had
played.
to go rooting around there in your noggin to
I don't
pull
see any
all the
problem.
bits of lead
Honestly, all of the
I take pride in my
add-ons that
needlework.
give you all the starter
But you
stuff,
better tell
I
me
toss
if I left anything
3 out of the 4
place.
packs away. I don't even sell it because it gives you such a starting advantage.
I
You can
do?
break the game. Because this game,
Yeah.
unlike Fallout 3, you can abuse it really badly. You can get lots of money really quickly. Then you can rush the strip if you have lots of luck. Make all the casinos go bankrupt and then buy all the weapons out of the gun runners.
So this part was
You're,
me. While we're just sitting here, this was me trying to look up Charles on Facebook so I could get an accurate representation of his face.
Jesus. Well, you're right
It-
so far. I am white and male.
I don't remember how long it
skinny.
took me, but it was loading really slowly on my phone.
I can't even read the text on the bottom of that thing.
Yeah, the textures are really bad for me. Because
So,
I have it
Charles,
at lowest possible texture.
this is what you look like as a middle-aged man.
Oh, well, that's not bad. I figured I'd be fat by then.
Oh.
I don't... Hey. Oh. Medium-sized forehead. This will be interesting because I'm very interested to see how you like perceive me.
Looking a
Yeah.
little
So
you
bit
got that.
Neanderthal.
I do have a big forehead.
But it's not
True.
like
I
abnormally
don't know if-
triangle.
I do that a lot when I'm looking at women.
Oh, I love playing with the eyebrows.
That's Christ, Quentin.
You look like Prince
And
right now.
I think I just finished getting the Facebook, so I'm getting an accurate look at it right now. Because it took so long to load for some reason.
I look like I'm
Nathan,
freaking out just a bit.
Well, you are in a post-apocalypse.
And I did just, you know,
Get shot in the
my
head twice.
Spoiler. Fucking
That's not really a
first cutscene
spoiler.
of the game. No, it's not. Let's see.
Start of the
I've always
game,
wondered
it's a
what my
spoiler.
shape is. Let's see how you do. General shape.
Figured you're pretty light.
I
love-
am.
I love the 50s culture, how they just put Tron or a Tron after everything.
Electron.
That's for another reason.
Forehead is less than average. I have forehead tilt.
Just a little bit.
I would hope you have
Brows.
forehead tilt.
Yeah,
You're
that's
three-dimensional, right,
a little more
Charles?
accurate. Usually.
And then your nose, I think, was the one I had the most fun with.
You do have an interesting nose, Charles. You do have an
Do I?
interesting nose.
It's Italian. Let's see. It's
Okay, a
very
little bit
deep,
too big.
apparently. No, never mind.
Looks like our high school
That
teacher, Mr. Gordon.
Does not.
right
Yeah,
now.
there we go. That's a little more accurate.
Part gnome, I see.
You didn't quite get the bump.
Well, that's hard to get.
He's not done yet. It looks
Do they have a
really
bump slider
abnormal
on
right
this?
now. It honestly looks like it doesn't fit on your face.
Hey.
No
apparently
insult
I
to
have a
you.
Small mouth. Medium mouth.
No overbite.
I do have high-ish cheek. Fairly shallow.
It looks a little wrong now, but it's because your chin's all and jaw's all just aligned.
Part bird. You know, if you're a little bit fatter, you could do a great penguin impression right now.
And then I
Keeps
just found
making
this
my head
hilarious,
thinner.
where the slope on your neck.
This game does really start out with fat head. I like what Bethesda did with their new engine. Of course, this was Obsidian, but they still use the same engine. The Havoc
I look like
engine.
a serial killer.
It should get better. I think the nose is what makes it, honestly. And your lip is like eating, your upper lip is eating your lower lip right now.
So, that's your face.
Are you done?
It's no, I just gotta change the tone colors a bit, but otherwise I'm done with the face.
Huh.
I don't have your hair, of course, but
Oh
and
my
I couldn't
God.
remember what your eye color was, and I couldn't get a good picture, so
That's great.
I tried looking over the Facebook, but I couldn't get one, so I just picked dark brown.
That's a safe bet. Most people have brown eyes. I sure do.
Mine are usually blue. Blue or gray.
And then I couldn't find a very good comparison for your hairstyle, so I went right for pompadour. But I thought, no, you need the tunnel snake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know me. I like to
You know,
think
when
that
you
if
have-
I was growing up, not quite. The balding, maybe.
I mean, you are balding, but
I am balding, but
And I just
yeah,
chose
I like to
chocolate
think
for
that
your
if
hair
I was
color.
alive in the 1940s, 50s, that I would be a
you know
grease.
who that looks a lot like?
Who?
Markiplier.
I guess it does.
Without the facial hair,
I didn't
it
think
looked a
about
lot
that.
like Markiplier.
Mutton chops. Mutton chops.
I couldn't find a good accurate representation, so I figured this is what you would get. Not the mutton chops, I choose it later. You'll see.
The
But I also
I don't
decided
know.
to go through every single one to see what you would look like with these different beards or
I'm
mustaches.
quite partial to the
Honest
beatnik.
Abe.
Hands man.
See, or if you're a cop.
Swashbuckler.
I ended up going with the very bottom.
Chairman
Serious
Chang.
chick.
What, really?
Yeah.
Alright. I can dig it.
If you shave the side of your face, you could pull that off. None of us can grow a mustache, though.
Well, I got most of it right
None
anyway.
of us.
Stuff that mattered.
Our faces
Okay.
just can't handle
No
it.
sense keeping you in bed anymore.
You know, the first time I played
Let's
this
see
game,
if
I
we
just
can get
imagined
you on
him
your
like
feet.
getting the Reflectron back and be like, "Ah, shit, you used to be a man." Well, never mind.
Why don't you walk down to the end
We'll
of the
just
room, over by that vigor tester machine there.
Are you having a fit?
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Take it slow. Shake your head at him. Charles would first grab his glasses with no inhibitions.
Yeah, I immediately
Examine
went
the
to that.
submachine gun. Oh no. You want some
Looking
soda?
good.
I like how the first thing everyone does when they
Go
start
ahead
a
and give the
Fallout
vigor
in Vegas
tester a
is
try.
rob this old man.
We'll learn right quick if you get back all your
It
faculties.
doesn't do anything.
I
Alright.
am interested to see what statistics you think I have.
I figured you're in jazz, or you're in what's it called? So I decided to give you some good strength, but I don't think you're very perceptive, and I don't think you have high endurance. But you're very charismatic.
I'm crumbly. And a cult leader. Oh, God. Average.
I
is
also
that 4
figure you're pretty
intelligence?
lucky.
Oh. Well,
You have 5 points left over.
4 intelligence? Oh.
Yeah, I had to spend those points, so I gave you the perception and endurance, and I figured you had a bit more agility than I gave you.
Charles is fairly nimble.
With
Alright.
luck like yours, I'm surprised them bullets didn't just turn right around and
And
climb
then
back
that was
into
the end
gun.
result when I zoomed out.
Well, we know your vitals are good. But
Wow.
that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and
Can't
bighorn.
do
No, I
anything.
can't
I
say
don't
it
think
that
was
long.
Charles
Take a
would
seat.
stuff all this stuff
My
into his
couch.
underwear.
We go through a couple of questions.
Yeah, seriously, how much
See if
stuff
you
you got
got
in there? You got like
Oh,
12
so
shotguns,
far.
grenades, binoculars,
Yeah, I played a bit of a hoarder this time.
underwear.
Everyone does.
All right.
Always hoard unique items. Oh man, can't
I
even
didn't
hear
do that.
him.
I grabbed as much as I could.
Are you just like going this?
Oh, I skipped as much of this as possible because I didn't want to think about what you would answer these questions.
Let's see.
So what
Do
did you think your
that-
unique stats were gonna be?
Bartering, speech, maybe sneak.
I gave you speech and I gave you a barter, but I thought, you know, you carry that cello around all the time for your freaking what's it called? So I figured you got to be good at lifting stuff. So I gave you melee weapons.
Ah, yes, that is a pretty interesting correlation. You just carries a cello, must be good at hitting.
Well,
I suppose a
I
cello
couldn't
would
think of-
hurt.
I need one more thing from you.
and I wanted to
Got a
give you at
form
least
for you
some
to
form
fill
of
out so
combat
we can get
buff,
a
and I know
sense
you're
of
not
your
good with
medical
guns,
history.
and
Just
energy
a
weapons I don't
formality.
think can apply to
Ain't
anything.
like I expect to find you got a family.
You know, I
history of getting
typically
shot.
apply, just work with electronics in general.
Yeah, because
I'm definitely
energy
not
weapons
an
is
early
hard to
bird.
make. Yeah, I did not want to give you the early bird. I was even
Kamikaze,
thinking about
maybe.
that. He wouldn't do that.
Loose cannon. I am a bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have given you Four Eyes as your second one. I definitely gave you Wild Wasteland because I figure that fits in with you.
Hmm.
But
You
I
have
couldn't
some-
think of what else to give you. I couldn't remember for the life of me if you actually wore glasses or not, so I didn't give you Four Eyes just in case. And I figure you're kind of skilled, so I gave you skilled.
That's actually a very bad trait.
I know,
good.
but that's what I went
All
with.
right, I guess that about does it. Come with
It
me.
extends
See you
gameplay
This
quite
is
a
the
bit.
final robbing spree. And I had to check this sneak button because I couldn't crouch during this part. So I was wondering if I just didn't remember the right button, but you just can't crouch until you get your Pip-Boy. And then I do the last robbing spree. I stole the cap, stole all the caps, stole the...
I gotta
as
say
much
that
supplies.
right now, I don't know if I can. You ever seen me in the which I doubt you have.
I haven't seen you
Anyone
recently.
watching?
I was going off your Facebook photos, and you haven't done anything there recently.
Charles, you're
And
not
I
a very
skipped over all
flattering
this
person.
talk.
Here, these
What?
are
Stole
yours.
all his stuff.
And then I dropped as many of the weapons I actually had until I had the one that I thought would be the most useful.
And then I am hardcore.
Oh yeah, I set you to this is on hardest difficulty and this is on hardcore. No,
So
Project
this
New
is an
Vegas, so.
accurate representation of how I would do in a waste.
Oh, drop the straight razor.
I haven't seen you recently. I was going off your Facebook photos, and you haven't done anything there recently.
Charles, you're not a very flattering person.
recently.
What?
Looks
I
like you're
dropped
not
everything
shaving.
I did except for the broad machete.
Right now, Doc Brown is confused as.
So much equipment just suddenly fell out of the air.
Well, who's that handsome devil? I look like Yahtzee Croshaw.
You do. I have to agree. I have to say, Fallout 3 had a way better introduction than this game. I prefer Fallout New
Yeah.
Vegas overall because of the gameplay, but the atmosphere set up by Fallout 3 was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole vault thing, you progressed as a character, you saw yourself born. This doesn't give you much of a past. The only past it gives you is in one of the add-ons, which would be Lonesome Road. They explain a little bit in all the other add-ons, but the way it does it
Howdy, partner.
makes your character
Might
feel
I
less
say
like
you're-
you. In Fallout 3, you feel like a lot like yourself, and in this, you feel like the
I was
character.
out for a stroll that night when I heard once
Yeah,
they'd
it's a
run
different.
off.
It's a different
I
game.
dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out
And I figured Charles would not give a fuck about Good Springs
happy
whatsoever.
trails.
This is true.
So I left it as soon as possible. All you did was talk to Victor for a second.
Like, where am I? Like, oh.
I'm curious how the courier got over by Good Springs when he was supposed to be delivering something from Prim to New Vegas. Was he going
I
north?
guess he was gonna. He was
I
going the
don't
north
know.
way.
That's a good question.
Were you going
'Cause,
to have a
maybe he
meet-
got, maybe he got intercepted, but then why would they take him all the way out to Good Springs? If you're literally surrounded by desert, drop him in.
Yeah, you're surrounded by death in Good Springs. If you go north of Good Springs, there's a bunch of Kazdors. If you go north of that,
mean-
there's a bunch of raiders. And if you go like northeast, to the left of where this road goes, if you turn left up here, you run into a bunch of death claws. It's a
I mean,
death
they really
trap.
didn't have to dig a grave for me. Actually, why did they dig you a grave? It's not like shooting people is uncommon here. Like, oh, yep, another dead body.
And then this is just something that I do every single time I play this game. I always go over here and kill these two guys,
What two guys?
the powder gangers.
Oh. So this isn't a reflection on what you think I would do.
No, this is what I do all the time. It was
'Cause I don't
surprisingly easy.
If I would just go out and kill people with a machete. as
You
soon
wield
as I
that
got out of the
machete.
bunker.
Like a
Never
true
gets old
musician,
when something
Charles.
blows up.
Oh man, you're brutal and vilified.
Damn vilified.
Alright.
And Charles apparently hoards all their clothes.
Oh yeah, I took everything.
Yep. It's the first thing I do when I get out of the doctor's kill an Asian dude, a black dude, strip him naked, walk away.
I feel like this is
It
a
was-
totally different difficulty from mine. Whenever I play on hardcore, it takes like 30 hits to kill anything.
Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
that good.
I that's why I had to check. I was certain I wasn't on very hard, but it was easy to kill those guys. And then I'm like, well, might as well test it again, kill these guys.
It's probably
These guys
because the
actually noticed me
machete
first.
does so much damage.
Yeah, it does 12 damage at the start. I didn't think it was this efficient though.
Melee weapons are very good in that.
And you just chop his fucking arm off first hit.
Wow. I'm a wasteland badass here.
You're also
And then
allowed to
rob
so it-
his corpse before I kill his friend.
And you chop his head off.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, you're crazy.
God.
I almost forgot.
I like
about
the idea that
bombs.
I can pick a guy's pockets and take off all his clothes before he hits the ground.
Wow. I can tell the
That is a
difference
skill.
between my modded version and this, because you know when that guy was shooting you, right? I would have died from that because it does about a fifth of your health for each bullet you take. It's pretty incredible.
Majority of the weight was taken up from a shit ton of powder getting plain outfit. I figured your hat broke, so you would put on the cowboy hat since it's the most readily available hat.
Yeah, I probably.
And then you immediately pull out a shotgun. Charles, you're
Now I'm
growing
Chuck
up?
Norris.
Oh man, I
And
wish I
apparently
could
my
get a zoom
forehead-
on that face. You look like a really bad Gordon Freeman.
I
Next
figured
time
you
it
would
shows up.
celebrate your and be super confident in yourself after killing 4 guys very easily. So you would take their shotgun and use it for a while, because, you know, add some range. Then we discover you're really bad with guns.
This is probably true.
It took 4 shells to kill the gecko hunter. The
Oh,
young
Jesus.
gecko
Is
hunter.
this how I die? Oh no.
No, you don't. You don't die, thankfully. Spoilers, but
I
you
am
don't
super
die.
bad at hunting.
You do have really low endurance, but you don't die, surprisingly enough.
Another gecko. 2 of them.
I think your mistake's that you're using a shotgun at long range. Because it actually does individual damage for each pellet that comes out. Even if you can't
Yeah,
see
that was
them.
probably my mistake. I even quick saved to make sure that just in case these geckos killed me. Because at this point, I was not very confident, but I figured Charles was.
Shotguns are extremely strong in this game. They don't have the benefit of long range damage, but if you can get a good hunting shotgun, you can do pretty much anything you want.
So where am I headed here exactly?
You're
I think I'm
moving
headed towards
Prim.
Deathclaws.
No, Deathclaws are way behind you. You're headed south right now.
And then
Deathclaws
you
are
see
to the
this
north.
guy and you're like, I just killed so many people, I can take care of myself.
Yeah. Killing people just
Hey, where the
fills
hell do
me
you think
with...
you're going? Prim is off limits.
And I'm like,
It's
I
your
don't
ass.
give a fuck. Yep.
And then I
This
accidentally
is pretty
opened the
accurate.
wait thing, couldn't figure out how to close it for a second.
Then I discovered the ability to teleport. Like I do.
I figured you have the common sense to shoot the mines instead of walk on top of them and try to disarm them.
Well, thank you. Yes, I have some...
And then you're confident, you're jumping all over the place. You don't know what's going on here, but you know, this looks like the definite place to be.
I
you
seem
see
like such a carefree young lad.
And then you immediately get into more combat, you realize you don't know how to use this gun.
Oh, good.
Charles, you have some pretty good endurance for such low endurance. You already took like 3 bullets. I would
I
have been
think
crying
that's
on
a
the ground by now.
compliment.
And then you chop these people to bits with your machete almost instantly.
I am...
You play cello way too much.
Yeah.
I call
Well, it's
this
those back
chop
and
in A
forth
minor.
motions, like... Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a piece by Chopin.
Oh
That was
god,
bad, Charles.
terrible joke.
I'm sorry. Oh, I stand by it.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might
Man,
want to rethink
you
your
just start
plans.
talking to
Town's
Johnson
gone
Nash.
to hell.
So what do you think so far? Do you think I've been in keeping with you? Because
Johnson
this is
Nash
just a
is
whole
my
lot of
name.
nothing.
Husband to Ruby Nash.
I don't know if I
Lived in
would have
Prim
murdered
going on
anyone.
8 years now, through thick and thin.
Would
I'm
you
a
be
trader
confident if you were
primarily.
successful and
What
they
it's
were
worth with
attacking
things
you
like
instead
they
of you
are.
attacking them?
I also run the local
if-
Mojave
yeah,
Express
I would've
outpost.
been like, I am a wasteland.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
Eventually I just started skipping through this conversation.
I'll tell you whatever I can.
Yeah, I would have to.
Oh.
Like
I didn't mean to say goodbye to this guy though, because he's a trader and I have a lot of stuff to sell. Because I
Hey,
looted
youngster.
all the corpses.
Still-
And I figured after the experience with your shotgun, you would be like, well, I'm not good with guns, but this machete, it's working out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sell everything but the machete.
I actually think Charles would have at least kept the shotgun with him in case.
I would have kept like a pistol.
Yeah.
Nope, sold everything. You're very
Sold
weight
every
efficient
warhead.
now.
This game is also the game where you can sell 20,000 bottles to a trader for all of his caps. God knows that they don't need 20,000 bottles. Or a clipboard, for that matter.
And then I noticed this bladed gauntlet, I'm like, that's the weapon Charles would want. It's a badass gauntlet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Oh, you know me so well.
And then to balance out the caps, I just bought a couple stim packs, which is probably vital to have.
Oh, and a squirrel
You
stew.
love shooting up painkillers.
Give me
You
a
can't
shout if you
forget
need
about the
anything
squirrel
else.
stew.
Oh,
course
I
not.
love squirrel stew. That's. Oh god.
It's your favorite.
So then, this is you. The gauntlet.
Yep. Yep.
Didn't I tell you? A
Exactly.
dilapidated Gordon Freeman? Charles, you're Gordon Freeman. Good job.
I could do worse. I'm interested to see how this gauntlet works. Just getting shot.
You're not so much,
You just give him a right hook,
Punching
he's
is-
like, what the?
you kind of slap him with it. Well, Charles,
I was surprised that that guy didn't come over.
you can't run a
Then
computer.
immediately shoot up some drugs and go kill him. So sort of.
A little bit effective.
You take a grenade.
I didn't
like
want to
you
just tank the bullets, but I didn't really have much of a choice eventually.
You can't
should.
block
Did I just try and
bullets.
block bullets with my forearm?
I forgot that this wasn't I Divine Cybermancy or Blade Symphony.
Oh god.
You are brutal,
Can't
Charles.
lockpick.
I am ruthless. I'm learning
Also
so much
slightly
about myself.
perverted.
How do you figure? Oh, well, I do strip everyone I killed naked. I just slapped that guy's shotgun right out of his hands, and then chopped off his nipples. No, his arm. Sorry, I thought that was a nipple.
That is a very large nipple. One mistake
Nick
you
would
did
know.
make here
Mutations. You know, mutations and whatnot. You don't big nipples.
is you should probably bait them out. What I usually do is
Yeah,
I
no,
grab a
I was
dynamite.
charging in.
I grab a dynamite and throw it in there. Bait two of them out. Kill them.
Slap him with the.
So, you know, this whole slapping thing seems to be working out fine.
You leveled up, Charles.
I don't give a shit about the prisoner in the corner. I'm just like murder. I am thirsty for murder.
And then you just punch this guy
Stab
to
that
death.
guy. No, you see that? Right off with the. Oh, and no.
And then this is your celebratory jumps, and then we level up, and then that's the end of the video. I figured to level up, just put everything in melee weapons, because that's all you've
Do
been using.
gauntlets go off melee weapons or unarmed?
Melee weapons. I think. I'm pretty sure.
It does.
I'm
It does. It goes
Okay.
off unarmed. That way,
But-
unarmed wasn't only your fists, like it was in Oblivion.
I am a
And then
intense training.
I gave you some endurance because I figured you took a lot of bullets there.
Yeah.
That's fair
And that can
enough.
only
But-
make you stronger, right?
Yeah, but this is the end of the video, so do you think I accurately represented you, Charles?
100%. Just.
You know, I'm gonna be a little bit skeptical here and give you like a 60-70%.
Accuracy?
Yeah.
Wow.
You were murdering people. I think, Charles, you would be much more eager to barter with them and speak with them rather than lacerate their faces. Maybe that's just me.
Maybe. It's up in the air, really.
But
I don't
yeah,
know. We should try
and
this again
we'll-
with Nick and Quentin.
Yeah,
Some
we'll
different
see.
games.
We'll see further adventures in Charles and Fallout New Vegas next time.
All right.
Alright.
But till
See you
then,
later.
bye.